Thank you موقع موقع دینے کے لیے آپ کے ساتھ بولنے کے لیے. میری اردو تھوڑی سی کمزور ہے, so I'm gonna speak in English just so I can communicate my thoughts more eloquently. Um, my immediate reaction to the IRSA amendment was one that I think has been shared, which was its impact on the center and the provinces and the tensions therein. But I'd like to zoom out just a little bit on why this amendment has come up and what structural causes have led to its impact, and specifically right now. Pakistan's economy, is reliant on agriculture. A quarter of the economy relies on agriculture, but agriculture requires 97% of Pakistan's water resources. This is not what I'm saying. This is what the National Water Policy, which was launched in 2018, is saying. And so if there's 100 drops of water in the country, 95 to 97% go into the fields to produce agriculture. The global average is 70%. And the reason Pakistan uses more water in agriculture is the crops that we have chosen to produce. So be it cotton, rice, sugarcane, wheat, these are crops that require disproportionately more water than other crops. But these are the crops that policymakers choose to grow in Pakistan. And now, this structural reason for the cause of Pakistan's water crisis has existed since the 60s. This is not new. This phenomenon is not new, hence it's structural. But this scenario is only going to get exacerbated with the developments that we've seen over the past year. If you remember a year ago, Pakistan was experiencing imminent economic default. This is June 2023. At the same time, the Special Investment Facilitation Council was announced in the same month. A couple of weeks before we got an added IMF tranche. And then a part of the SIFC included agriculture, wherein we saw that policymakers were gearing their attention towards corporate farming. All of this I see as a bid to help ameliorate Pakistan's economic issues. And so Pakistan, experiencing low foreign exchange reserves, seeks to increase its exports. And since exports come from agriculture predominantly, 60% of Pakistan's exports are cotton-based. If you scale that up, conventional wisdom has it that Pakistan's economic problems can be ameliorated. So you bring in the SIFC, you bring in corporate farming, you increase the agricultural output, you export that to the world, and lo and behold, your foreign exchange reserves are healthier than they are now. But missing in all of this discussion, and a lot of the policy discussion that happens when it comes to the political economy, is the impact it has on the water sector. If 97% of all water resources right now are being devoted to agriculture, and that is the primary cause of Pakistan's water crisis, corporate farming, initiatives to divert water into places like Cholistan, Thar, South Punjab, they miss the impact that producing these crops has on Pakistan's water resources. We can get into a discussion about corporate farming and the merits of it. I don't think the discussion will include the sort of invisible water, the virtual water that's required to actually get to a point where corporate farming in Pakistan could even be a success. Right now, without corporate farming, without any land distribution, without any movement to sort of a newer form of agriculture, Pakistan exports more water than is available for people in the country. So the amount of virtual water Pakistan exports through cotton is almost twice the amount of water its 240 million people need. So if we just stopped exporting cotton, right? Supposedly, the numbers say that there will be twice as much water available for domestic use. And ultimately, it's the domestic use which is why we're having this conversation to begin with, is that people just don't have water. And those frustrations get voiced through things like the IRSA amendment, through things like India potentially inaugurating a new dam on their eastern rivers, that tension is much more domestic than anything else. It's the fact that people in Pakistan don't have access to quality water, and in the quantities that they need. And so those insecurities get voiced, when there's amendments like these. And until it's the root causes that go to why people face water insecurity, why people are fearful of these changes, the conversation wouldn't really move to a point of solutions, because the point of solutions lie less in amendments and laws and more so in the distribution of water amongst the crops that Pakistan produces. I'm going to end it there in the interest of time. Thank you, Lok Sujag, for inviting me, and I've learned a lot from this discussion and hope to do so as well.